Guys and dolls. Well, I found like a button on the phone called stabilizer, and I don't know if I don't know what it means, but it's brought me dead close. I need to hold my arm away out here. Suppose it'll work for the selfie stick. But no, I done a video. I had to delete loads and loads of stuff, sir. And I hate deleting stuff, but I've had to delete loads of stuff. I don't know how to work stories yet or nothing like that. But nobody around that has a clue, you know. I do. I'm totally on my own with this, like, and yeah, but it's all good. Come on, wee man. So this is a wee nighttime dander. Um, just say I would bring one. You know what I mean? A wee one. This is just for my followers. The good thing about YouTube is that you know, people can just scroll on. Just make sure the mic's all right. Sure it isn't rubbing against nothing. People can scroll if they don't want to watch the videos, which is good. You know, if you want to watch my video, then it's there for you. You know, and like I say, I don't put the videos up for like loads of people. I don't do it like that. You know, I never go, oh, I hope thousands of people watch my video. I don't like if like 20 people watch my video. It's that's I'm happy with that. You know, need change arms. Don't know what's happened. Hopefully, this maybe looks a bit better. But yeah. I've had a problem with the horse today. You know, as you know, my girlfriend's got a horse, and oh, it's a nightmare. It really is. You know, I tried to get her to move the horse, so I did a wee while ago, but she didn't. You know what it's like with couples. You know what I mean? Uh, it's one of them things that you know doesn't listen to me. You know, like it's just a horrible place to keep a horse. You know, it's one of the worst stables I've ever seen. You know, there's no grazing. The actual bit where they put the horses like waste ground with loads of stones. Every time I went up, I was moving stones to the side of the posts. But as she's walking about, she's digging more stones up, and they're getting caught on her hoof. You know, and it's really doing her damage. And God knows what she's eating, along with the grass she's trying to eat from this waste ground. But I told her, like I said, there, like, just move your horse, you know, somewhere closer as well, you know, because she's got to travel the way up. And it breaks a kill, but really worries me. But other people said there, not that move her horse, and she went with that. So that's one of them things, you know what I mean? You know, love her to bits, as you know. And, but it's one of them cases, it's like, there's nothing I can do or say. You know, I took a step back from it all, you know, because of it, like, because you know, if you give somebody advice and you know it's really good advice, and you're trying to save fucking lots of vet bills, and other people are giving her the wrong advice, and she goes with the wrong advice, you know, then there's there's no point. You know, I just leave it to her now. It's her thing, you know. I don't have the money to help her or nothing. She knows that, you know what I mean. And that was the whole point of me trying to tell her to move the horse because, you know, fucking the place is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. It was a nightmare at the beginning as well because it was a different stable hand, it was like a different person managing it, and she was just a bully. We got rid of her, and then I said, "You just move, just get away from here," you know. But she never, and I think it's going to cost us now because she's not even getting the proper hay. The hay's like straw. I've never seen hay like it. You know, really, really horrible hay. You know, because I've been around horses. You know, I grew up looking after horses, you know what I mean? And I was a trainee groom when I was a wee boy as well. I worked with 40 horses, you know, doing everything. Everything a groom would do, I done, you know. From grooming the horses to looking after the tack to bringing horses in and out and riding and all the rest of it. I enjoyed it. It was just the people, you know. It's not a working class thing. It's for snobs, you know. And I've just seen all this coming. And but yeah, uh, it is what it is. It's not going to cause us any problems, that's for sure. Where did my boy go? Come on, boy. Yeah, it's not going to cause us any problems, you know what I mean? Okay, sure, the vet will get paid up or something, you know. Come on, son. Come on, wee man. Come on, boy. So, yeah, a wee nighttime walk, guys, you know. Everything's good apart from the horse, a bit worrying, obviously because she's got my baby in her belly. And, you know, relationships with horses, with their owners. Horses are very intelligent animals, very, I don't know. Come on, boy. Come on, son. Anybody with a horse will know what I'm talking about, you know. And she's got really attached to the horse, and it'll break her heart if anything goes wrong. And I worry, I don't know what it's like, if getting upset, can you lose a baby? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like all my whole everything about me now is my baby and my woman. You know. Uh, come on, boy. Yeah, I'm cutting out everybody that's negative in my life, and I'm concentrating on my girlfriend and my baby. It's coming, and getting the house ready for the baby, whether it be next year or whatever. I don't know. You know, by the time I get the house done. I'm not expecting to see much of the baby, but as long as the baby's safe. I'm not that kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'll be all hingy about the baby. You know what I mean? Um, women, I'm not being funny, like, but babies are meant to be around their mother. You know what I mean? Mother and granny, they can knock themselves out. You know, maybe in 6 months' time, and I'll, take over, sort of thing. Well, whatever they want me, whatever my girlfriend wants me to do, I'll be there. Come on, boy. Um, but yeah, I'm not one of them guys, that gets hung up about babies. Everybody says, "Oh, you'll change when it comes." No, I won't. I love my. I can't. Maybe lucky. You know what I'm like about maybe lucky. I'm doing this because of my lucky. You know what I mean? But um, yeah. As long as the only thing that matters to me is my baby's safe. You know what I mean? If I ever thought for 1 second she was in any danger at all, it'd be a totally different ball game. Believe you me, totally different ball game. Um, I don't even think, I couldn't even tell you because there's the extremes. None of you would even imagine or could guess or even go down where my head goes with something like that when it comes to my baby. But yeah, no, I've got no problems. Everything will be good, Like I say, I've got an amazing partner, absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? I've got so much faith in her, and she's going to be an absolutely amazing mum, so no worries at all. Hopefully, about 6 months' time, the house will be ready for the baby to come home, and yeah, get the kitchen in and stuff like that, and get decorated, get everything I need, all the white goods and all that. He's right there. I spend most of my time walking and looking around everywhere, and he's right at my feet. But yeah, apart from that, everything's good. Everything is really good. Was tempted the night there for a wee smoke. Just because she was upset. I'm worrying about this, if her being upset and something going wrong with the baby. Because I would go down and finish the horse myself. Like, to be honest with you, like I would like. Oh, I'd need to do something if something happened to my baby, like, you know. Um, but yeah, I've got a wee flashing thing on his thingy. It flashes, but I haven't got it charged up, so I haven't. I've just seen a wee dog with a flashing thing on it. Right, you calm, boy. It's okay. Oh, hi, buddy. He's 14. He's a bit grumpy. How's he?
She's 4.
Oh, 4. What's up there, Paul?
It's permanent.
Oh, right. What's up with it, like?
She had distemper.
Boy, stop it. Hey.
Got nerve damage.
All right. Does it affect her much?
Really.
No.
Happy enough. So.
Yeah. I had a dog. I had a 3-legged. It was actually my father-in-law's dog. Boy, come on, behave. 3-legged dog, and no, it was a collie. Not a problem. 2 back legs were there, and it was a front missing one, and run about just like the best of them. Like, so they do adapt, but it's cute. You know what I mean? It is. Oh, God love her. Look, God love her. Cheers, mate. Nice talking to you. Oh, wee dog. It's got a wee leg, and it keeps coming up and down because of a nerve damage. I used to have a 3-legged dog. It was my father-in-law's. It's not a great story. Oh, I shouldn't have really started talking about this because I already had 3 dogs, and then my father-in-law died, and we were end up going put in to look in. I had to look after my mother-in-law because she had MS, as you know, and I had 3 dogs. They had 2 dogs. The curs weren't. You only allowed 2 dogs in council houses in West Lothian. So we had to get rid of 2 of the dogs. You know what I mean? And 2 of my pugs looked identical, so I always got away with only 2 dogs. You know what I mean? And yeah, it still breaks my heart to this day. And some decisions you've got to make in life can be heartbreaking. I've had to make some really heartbreaking decisions in my day with my animals, and some of them I haven't got over, to be honest with you. I've had to put one of my dogs to sleep, and I've done it myself because, like, I wouldn't have anybody else doing it. And it's I wish I hadn't have, because I still struggle with it, so I do. Yeah, it wasn't nice. But she was suffering, she was really suffering. And oh God, I could cry. Honestly, I'm not gonna talk about it. I could break my heart right now in front of you about it. You know, I loved her. Her name was Daisy, and sorry, 2 seconds, right? Her name was Daisy, and she was 13. You know, and she was struggling to walk and everything. She was fighting all the time with Tulip, and she couldn't really defend herself, and it was just horrible, horrible, horrible situation. And I thought I was being the manly thing to do, you know, and it destroyed me. It almost destroyed me, to be honest with you. Yeah, yeah. But we live and learn, so we do. We live and learn, guys. But yeah. Let's talk about something upbeat. What can I talk about upbeat, man? It's a bad day anyway. I can't talk about something that's upbeat. Come on, you must have something in your files of happiness. What I talk about that's funny, you know, that's not sad. That's bad, isn't it? Like, because all my life has been prison, you know, and like, it's just like, it's all bad in prison. There was, oh, don't get me wrong, there was good times, funny times, you know. You know, times like whenever we were, like at Christmas, we'd have a quiz, and one of my mates would be doing the quiz, and I'd get all the answers. You know, yeah, I get all the answers and win everything, and then I split it with my mate, you know. That's typical crooky stuff, you know, criminality in prison, you know. I remember one time, we used to make my own drink. I can make my own drink, very easy making drink. We used to use bread. That was our yeast, bread, and sugar and fruit. You know, the quickest way to brew is orange juice, pure orange juice, believe it or not. And you've got to wait until it goes stringy, right? So it decomposes and it goes stringy. Once you see the strings, you add sugar. That's the bacteria, and you feed the bacteria with sugar, and it turns into alcohol. It's disgusting, but whoa, blows the head of you. So I used to make quite a lot of poteen and all that, like moonshine in the prison. So one day I had a bats down under my bed, and so at night time you would like, so the way, I don't know if you know about distilling alcohol, but normally it needs to breathe, but no air can go into it, but air needs to come out of it. So the way we do it is that when you put the lids on, you don't tighten the lid up, you leave it loosely. You open it until you hear a little, and then you stop. And that just is enough pressure to push the air out slowly, so there's never a chance for any air to go in. It's a simple thing, but very important to get your brew right. And so basically, as well, another trick you would use is when you open the bottle, you squeeze it so everything comes to the top, right? And then you put your sugar in, and more sugar, and you let it go loosely. You know what I mean? And then you get the top on it, and then you put the lid on it, and you filter it. You let it go back out slowly on its own accord. So one day I got about 8 bottles under my bed, and they were a good bit on. They weren't ready, but they weren't far away. And it was alcohol, but it was just, you want it strong, you know what I mean? Because you don't have much yet, so you're trying to make it as strong as possible. It normally took me about 6 to 7 weeks to get a good brew from bread and sugar and fruit, and 4 weeks with orange juice. Come on, boy. So just cross the main road. Come on, boy. Yeah, so I've got all the bottles under my bed, and I forgot to loosen them, didn't I? And about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, in unison, like machine guns, they all pop, because everything's done precision. You get me? Everything, you couldn't make it up. Like you're doing everything exactly. Every bottle is exactly the same. So they all popped more or less within. Like, as I'm going down under my bed to try and walk in, because I woke up in the middle of the night with poof, 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 poof. Shh. The place was stinking. You know what I mean? Even when the screws opened the door, they knew the place was stinking alcohol. You know, that was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So it was. But yeah, you used to get caught all the time. You used to get all caught. One day I'll bring out all my charge sheets from prison. You see how many there is. I think there's a wad like that, and that was just one sentence, you know. over 100 charges while I was in prison doing one sentence. Mostly for disobeying orders. I was a wee bit of a order disobeyer. I didn't like being told what to do and all that, and And excuse me, I'm giving you a direct order. Fucking shove your order up your arse, right digger. Hey bar. One of them ones, but like it was just a rebel in me, the anti-establishment bit in me that's always been with me all my life. Yeah. So that was quite funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but looking back, we've talked about it. We've had a laugh about it. I'm quite sure my mates are watching this right now. Go, tell them about this. Oh, I think trying to think because there is loads of stuff I just can't remember. I remember one time I got to my open, and it's way up north in Scotland. It's an open prison, and you get homeless when you start getting homeless. It's the end of your sentence, and they took us to the beach, and it was October. It was freezing, and they took us to the beach. And I love the water. I love the sea. I love swimming. All my life, I've always loved swimming, and I've been in jail a long time. And next thing I'm at the sea, So as soon as the screw wasn't looking, I've dived in. I nearly fucking died. Because I couldn't get back because the waves were taking me out. And I was trying to grab the rock because the waves were coming in, And the screw had every right to lose the nut because it was really, really dangerous. I didn't realise how dangerous it was. Because as I went in, it was like a cliff. And it wasn't a high up cliff or anything, but it was a cliff sort of set up. And the water, there was a ledge where the water was coming in. And as I went in, it didn't look bad. But when I went in, it was bad. And I couldn't get my grip onto the rock to get off, And I went off his nut, And off was not. All my mates thought it was mental, but I loved it. It was amazing. I loved it. Yeah, there was really, really good times. I have to say, I've told you before, I've never laughed as hard in prison anywhere else. I've never laughed as hard in jail than outside. Over and over again, like tears of laughter streaming down. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if the guys just all funny in prison, or is it a survival thing that kicks in? Is it like? Handy, an open skip. Always got just a rubbish to get rid of. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a survival thing because you're in such a situation and you just train yourself to laugh at things, I really don't know. But yeah, I've had some good times. I'll tell you another one. My mate, a big traveller guy called George, right? The guy had been shot and everything, proper gangster, like, you know what I mean? And he was going with his cousin. They both had the same fucking grannies. Oh no. And so he's out on home leave. He's my cellmate. He was a brilliant guy. ODC. He was really clean. Because he lived in caravans, all the travellers are really clean, You mightn't think that, but believe me. Travellers inside their caravans, they are spotless. Absolutely spotless. You could eat your dinner off the floor. I know many travellers, plenty of travellers. Grew up with travellers. Been around plenty of travellers, so I have. Especially when there's weapons. If you're in the weapons game, you meet a lot of travellers. So he's went out and home leave, came back and he's like, Mark, he's like, oh, I was having sex all night and I couldn't come. Sorry for the thingy, right? That's what you couldn't ejaculate, And I was like, that's because your willy knew it was wrong. It was just one of them moments. It was so funny, you know what I mean? And we laughed because I suppose you need to know the guy to understand it. Big bruiser of a guy, big hard man, but we were best friends. I got away with a blue murder with my mates. All my mates are tough nuts. You know what I mean? And I always got away with blue murder with them. Like, to be honest with you, yeah. But no, there has been some really good times, and I've met some wonderful people. One of my best mates, Roddy. It's like. He's a really good lad. I always worry about him, so I do, because he's so hot-headed. I'm always waiting to hear the news that he's either dead or he's doing a long sentence, I think he's calmed down. I hope he's calmed down, you know what I mean? I hope for my sake he's calmed down, because I would miss him so much. I got a big mate, Colin, you know what I mean? A big gentleman. Mr. Big Smack, they call him. Oh, you need to. I'd love to interview these guys, they wouldn't let me, but oh, what a laugh you'd get with Colin. Like, he's amazing, absolutely really funny guy. Really, one of the funniest guys I've met in prison, to be honest with you. He was caught with shitloads. He was caught with so much stuff, like, I think about £500,000 worth of stuff, And my other mate, he's like, they're all heavy gangsters and all that, and I can't say too much, you know what I mean? But all my friends, like, are characters from Belfast, Liverpool, Glasgow, all characters, you know what I mean? And I like to think that one day I'll be able to bring them into the platform, do a bit of James English on them, you know what I mean? Because I could bring better people than James English to the platforms, I can tell you that for nothing, you know? Because I know them all. I know them. It's half the people he's had on, I know them, you know what I mean? I know Johnny Adair. I was in Rathgale with Johnny. I've met Johnny loads of times. And yeah, I know quite a lot of guys, you know. Paul First, and I'm really good friends with his brother Billy, Billy First. That's another dangerous man. But he's in doing a lifer right now. He's in doing a second lifer. A guy cracked his woman out on a night out in Glasgow. So he went to kill him and he killed his younger brother instead. And he thought that was the guy in the bed, and it wasn't. It was the guy's younger brother he killed. So he's doing a lifer for that right now. I don't think he'll ever get out. I hope he does, but I don't think he'll ever get out, Big Samuel Ralston, he's back in again, a really good friend of mine. Absolute the Burr, they call him. He's the Burr, one of the hardest men in Scottish prisons. I met him in the digger in Kilmarnock. I was a Cat A, and the high security, and he was in the digger next to me, and he was the one that got me my lawyer and everything, because I was struggling with lawyers. Every lawyer, man, was just, I didn't really know, I mean, we over there didn't know what lawyers you trust over here, and he was the one who put me onto the right one. Bruce Short from Dundee, brilliant lawyers, like. And yeah, big Samuel used to hit the punch bag down the digger, and it used to vibrate around the whole prison. The Burr, that was his nickname, the Burr. Honestly, the guy was a legend, I think he's a friend of Blink. I've seen Blink talking about him, like, you know what I mean, Blink McDonald. I've never met, I don't think it was him with Blink. I might have just missed him. Blink was like me, a blagger, and he comes across. I like him. I see him when I see his stuff. I like his stuff, you know what I mean. He seems a nice character, like, you know what I mean. He's the kind of guy I'd probably get on with in the jail, And Mark Clinton, he was a really good friend. He was Mark Clinton. He's dead now, unfortunately, but he was a hitman for Paul First. He was his hitman, he got done for the Billy McPhee murder and got PF released. He came up to see me and everything when he got out, man. Absolute legend, him and his brother. I'd love to try and find his brother. If anybody knows him, Mark Clinton's brother, tell him I'm doing this and to get in contact with me. I'm going to put my email at the end of this one, guys, so anybody who needs any help or advice, give me a shout, Any of my old friends that catch me on this and they want to have a chat or want to say hello, send me an email. But no, everything's good. All good in the hood. I'm just coming home, so I am. It was just a wee nighttime natter. We used, like, my partner's away up to see the horse, feeling a bit lonely the night. Don't know what to be doing myself, and not smoking and all that. It's like, I took my patch off, by the way, because I wasn't feeling right. I felt as if I was ODing in nicotine, because I wasn't a big smoker. I would maybe smoke them 10 to 15 a day. All my life it's never been any more than that. So I think and I'm not a big guy, so I think the patches are more for people that have bigger addictions of nicotine and bigger people, bigger guys, I don't think the big patch is for people like me. So what I'll do is I'll start cutting them in half. If I feel I need it in the morning, I'll start cutting the patches in half. And I'll need to show you the ramp I keep talking to you about that my father-in-law built that killed him, that the council said they couldn't do themselves. I'm so angry with that, like. But yeah, guys, that's me home, an empty house. I'm used to an empty house, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm really used to it, like, and it's safer that way as well. My partner comes and sees me every now and again. I just worry about my door going in, and her being caught up in something that she doesn't need to get caught up in. But listen, guys, I'm going to love and leave yous, and God bless yous all.